Get goes everybody, because today we'll continue to play Dark Knights. Where were we? Let's see. Caveman route lonely demon. Right. Wish I did this more often. It's so fun. Yeah, I agree. With Ikea beside me, I did not have to worry about her. Shortly after, I fall asleep with a smile. Standing up. Strange noise suddenly wakes me up. I open my eyes and rub my face. No, it's that guy again. When my blurry vision clears up, I see someone bent over me with a wide grin. Kai! He covers my mouth with his hand before I could scream. Moving his face closer, he whispers, "Wasn't expecting you to wake up. It's interesting how easily you pick up my presence compared to everyone else. Thank you for bringing me the other cursed soul. It saved me the trouble of searching for her." Again? I wrestled against his grip, but he effortlessly grabbed my wrist with his other hand. Ikoya, you... Yeah, it was me. This time, I will take you both. Like hell that's happening. Yes, it will. Unfortunately, our game ends here, Treble. No way he can read my thoughts. I need to get him away from Ikoya. While Kaishi has pinned down my arms, I can still move my legs. I forcefully shove a knee into his guts, causing him to pull back. Hell yeah. It is only then that I realize he is floating a few inches above me. God damn it. I grab Kaichi by the arm as I throw open the window, shoving him out of my room. I quickly slam it shut before he can react. What the heck? I wait for him to materialize back inside my room, but he remains outside frowning at me. He can appear and disappear as he likes, but he must only work for places with entry points. I see, I guess. Suddenly he flies downward. It will not be long until he returns. I have to get him away from the house. I leap off my bed and silently head for the guest room. I barge in without knocking and shake Ryoji awake. The kidnapper is here. Stay here and protect Ikuya while I lure him away. Treble, what? His sleepy face looks at me in confusion, but sensing the urgency in my voice, he nods. You just let your best friend deal with the kidnapper? Are you nuts? Taking an umbrella with me as a weapon. I head out. It's not like I want to kill Kaichi, but he's being very annoying right now, and that's good enough reason to kill him, I guess. A good conk in the head might do him some good. I had not done my research on ways to stop a Shinigami, but I am sure he must have some kind of weakness. Oh, you're taking me on alone? I feel his breath on my neck, on the back of my neck, sorry. I'm just trying to hold my laughter. In surprise, I turn around and swing my umbrella, but I hit nothing. He then appears before me smirking as black smoke rises from his shadow. Knowing him and his dirty tricks, I decide to run into the street. I wish I had powers like Caveman. This is hardly a fair match. After a while, I turn my head and realize that Kaichi is right behind me. When he reaches his arm out to me, I think I am done for. What? Oh, it's the bunny cat. There's something jumps between us, causing Kaichi to pull back. It's the spirit I saw earlier. Wow. I sense protectively before me and growls at Kaichi. I see you've brought company. Not that that'll help you. He raises an arm and the scythe suddenly materializes in his hand. Without communication, the two start to fight. Kaichi's attacks are red, but the spirit slips through them, smooth like butter. I worry about the spirit, but it seems to be defending itself well. However, it cannot seem to land an attack of its own. Wanting to help, I wait for an opening before I leap forward, swinging my umbrella at Kaichi. He dodges and moves away from either of us, lowering his scythe. 2 against 1 isn't exactly fair. Just the one who uses Shinigami powers whenever he wants. You're always so amusing. This is a waste of time. I'm better off taking an easier prey. So just like that, oh well. He turns away and heads back in the direction of my house. Oh no, he's after Ikuya. I bow politely to the spirit before rushing back home. Oh well. The house is silent when I get back. I go upstairs to find Ikuya still asleep with Ryoji sitting on the floor beside her. Seems like Kaichi has not yet arrived. Are you alright? Where did you go? Don't worry, I'm unharmed. I went after the kidnapper, but he got away. Trouble, you're taking 2 crazy actions. Why didn't you call me for help? Who else was going to protect Ikuya? I'm surprised at her ability to sleep through all of this. That's so typical of her. I'll file a report to the office tomorrow. I will do whatever it takes to keep you both safe. Did you see the kidnapper's face? Yeah, but he isn't anyone from the village. A blonde, tall man with green eyes. He wears a white t-shirt and a black sweater vest. Lyoji mumbles the time market nods slightly. Well, we're not dealing with... Never mind. Thank you, Lyoji. I think we should stay separated. The perpetrator knows where I live now, so he might return. Perhaps Ikuya can stay at your... Perhaps Ikuya can stay at the office for a while? I think it's better if Ikuya can stay at the office for a while. There you go. Wrong grammar? Or is it part of a new English language that I'm not aware of? Did the English language update? English grammars update while I was asleep? What the fuck? Given that reason, you should come too. I have a better idea. Call up for guards around my place to set a trap. Next time they will surely catch him. Lyoji frowns and rubs his head. I hope you know what you're doing. With Jin out of commission, he has no enemies to keep him at bay. Lyoji, you should head back to sleep. I'll watch over Ikuya. By the way, before you go to bed, make sure to keep the windows closed. Good night, Treble. Right. The next day I decide to check on Caveman. I have no clue where Caveman might be, but I think to check the temple first. There are guards at the entrance to the forest, but I avoid them by taking a different path. Well, yeah. I hope he's okay. I find... Caveman in the corner, still in the same demonic form as last night. His clothes are torn from last night's battle with Jane, and I notice red blood still seeping through the fabric. His injuries must not have healed yet. He senses my presence and looks at me with fierce, narrowed eyes, recoiling like a wounded beast. I freeze up at his glare, not daring to come closer. His expression softens when he realizes it is me. Oh, it's just you. Surprised in this form, I thought you already were aware of it. No, I wasn't sure. Are you scared now? I shake my head, unable to look away. His captivating appearance renders me speechless. Wow, look at you, bleeding all over the place. Look. Wow. Looks hot, bro. What are you doing? The guy's bleeding to death. You're like, his appearance, etc., etc. Thinking back on all the times I spent with him, I never imagined Caveman would be like this. He matches my gaze, considering something. When I step closer, he suddenly raises his arm. A ball of light suddenly forming at his fingertips. He launches it at me without another word. Huh? What? I reflexively raise my arms to shield myself. However, the ball seems to hit something and burst into particles just before it can reach me. What happened? So I was right. What do you mean? You're one of those blessed souls? I thought she was a cursed soul. He knows about this too? Bless, I've been told my soul's cursed, yeah. He raises his eyebrow at my statement. Curse, you say? It's only a curse to demons since you are immune to their spells. Wait, I'm confused. Why are you here anyway? He must have told you that I was dangerous. That night, Jane told me that Caveman was a demon. But I still don't believe he is the same demon from the legends. You saved me, and my friend too. Just another spell at me, but this time I do not budge. It vanishes into thin air once again. So now you're acting tough. However, your barrier doesn't work against physical attacks. Jacob stands and walks towards me. I remain in my spot, lifting my chin to gaze defiantly at him as he approaches. Both his eyes and his appearance make him intimidating, but I do not back off. He reaches for me, but stops short, meeting my gaze. Have you changed your opinion of me yet? Your injuries will get worse if you keep pushing yourself. Worry about yourself, idiot. Caveman lets out a sigh and pulls away from me, mumbling in his usual tone. What a guy. I hate being stared at when I'm in this form. I'm sorry, you just look so intriguing. You're not as terrifying as I thought you'd be. Yeah, you just added horns on your head. That's it? That's the... That's the whole thing? What a transformation. I came to thank you for saving Ikuya. She's doing fine now. I knew you wouldn't hurt people. You both carried the same air about you. What? Don't tell me Ikuya is also a blessed soul. Do you mean she's cursed? I mean blessed too? There are different types of blessings, but I don't know what they are. Yours seems like some sort of shield. Most blessed ones can reflect spells and can't be possessed by demons or spirit. What? Okay. Wish I knew that before. Ironically, that makes them even more attractive to some species. Basically, forbidden apples. This is why they say they should stay away and not get involved in dangerous affairs. He crosses his arms and gives me a serious expression. I feel like a child being lectured. I feel my passive silence before it finally starts to change the topic. What are you going to do now that you know my identity? I'm going to spread the truth and change your reputation. If they know that you mean no harm, then the occultists will stop hunting for you. It's useless to try to change a mindset that's been the same for centuries. Even if they know the truth, there will always be a scapegoat. That's enough reason for them to hate me for all the misfortunes. It won't do much good either way. In the end, you'll be the one who gets hurt. So just give up. I'm not giving up. Do you really think that telling them the truth would solve everything? People believe what they want to believe. The fact remains that I'm a demon living in this forest. There's no use convincing those who won't listen. I'll make them listen. What do you even know about me? I feel my chest ache when he directs his words at me. That gives me more reason to understand you. Aren't you the hypocrite here? I keep giving you the benefit of doubt, but you have a fixed view of me. For a moment his expression softens. He looks as if he wants to say something to me, but quickly shakes his head. Don't trouble yourself over this. But I want to worry about this. We should show the villagers you're not a bloodthirsty killer demon. One way to change their minds is to expel their doubts about you. Maybe if we work together with the investigators to catch the real culprits. I don't like them. So, all this could be resolved, but nope, I don't like them. What a childish thought. Silence falls between us after Caveman makes clear he does not want to he does not want to change his reputation nor accept help. See? His words make sense. Of course, it is difficult to change how people think. Have I been doing the impossible all this time? Now, there must be a way. After all, stories didn't always stay the same after being passed down countless times. He sits down near a futon, and I follow, taking a seat next to him. Being this close to him, I can see his wounds clearly. The blood stains on his clothes are so dark, they almost look like ink. So it's been days. Why did you heal yourself? You did it for me once. You did it to me once. It doesn't work on my own body. The bullets were enchanted, but I've already removed them. It just takes a long time to heal. Okay, that's a pretty convenient way in order for Caveman not to do anything while we were being attacked by Kai, the demon. He averts his gaze and turns his face away. I wonder if this is the first time he got hurt this badly. I imagine he hasn't been involved in an intense conflict in a long time. This means that he's been sitting in a corner, trying to let it heal naturally, for who knows how long. He must be so lonely. Is Caveman aware of modern medicine, like pills, antiseptics, and such? Or has he never bothered to look into it, because he never tries to step into the village? Yeah, the old man mindset. Get off my lawn! How is that man doing? Oh, you mean Shane? He died due to severe blood loss from his injuries, although he was already covered in wounds before he fought you. I didn't mean to. Never mind. I think he's under the misconception that you took Ikuya. Because of that, he wanted me dead. He is after supernatural beings, so perhaps he suspected you as the demon. Do you? Of course not, even though you just admitted that you are the demon in the forest, but you're not that other demon that we're looking for. Caveman looks at me, then shakes his head while hiding a smile. Lets out a deep sigh and lifts his chin to stare up at the ceiling. You're right, I'm not the demon they speak about in myths and stories. That would be my grandmother. She grew greedy for power, leading other demons to turn against her. That's what caused all the bad rumors, too. Eventually she reaped what she sowed. Balance found its way back, and all that was left was this forest. This place is my only memory of her, so I stay to protect it. With this collar, I'm chained to this place. It was her last gift. What collar? Sounds more like a curse than a gift. She locked your freedom away. I was given a purpose to live. I don't care about the rest. When I was younger, I thought of leaving, but I gave up on the idea. Since their stories have been around for a long time, does that mean you're as old as this forest? Old man. It's just as old as I look. He could have lived centuries with an iron face. I pity you for being misjudged all this time. It's what I deserve for what my ancestors had done, but you didn't actually do anything. You're just doing... You are you. Their actions don't decide your fate. Yeah, what she said. Even if I change my path, my past stays fixed. Sorry, I can't read today for some reason. You people are still fixated on your history. Oh boy, who are you talking about? What kind of group of people are you talking about who are so fixated on history? The historians? Da da da. Well, we try to understand history so we can avoid repeating mistakes, but I'll admit that it doesn't always work. People stick to what they believe. You finally understand what I'm getting at. Right now I have nowhere else to go. I can only protect this forest. Caveman scratches his head. It takes some time to get used to, but this place isn't that bad. There are spirits living here, most of which can't protect themselves from humans. Suddenly, small glowing balls of light materialize in the air and start dancing around me. Shaped like marshmallows, they have characters written on them, girl and boy. If you could see them, they have decided to open up to you. Oh my, I can't believe the spirits look this cute. Hell, they look like house decorations. I watched them float in the air. They seem fun to play around with. I noticed Caveman watching me with an amused smile. It is the first time I have seen an expression like that. I cannot help but blush. Most of them live in the forest, but there are a few wandering in the village as well. Some have harmful intentions though, so it's better not to trust any of them. Spirits and humans are not supposed to get along anyway. Would they attack humans? My job is to protect them from others, not the other way around. Wow, this is a whole new world. On your fantastic point of view, yeah. Was that an Aladdin reference? Come on, man. I've always been scared of things I can't touch, but you showed me a different side of them. Anyway, I think I figured out why so many people are getting possessed. There should be a guardian in this village who keeps corrupted spirits in check, but he disappeared a while ago. I don't know what happened to him. I know numerous priests, The guardian I'm talking about is not human. He originally lived in this temple, long before I got here. I wasn't really familiar with him, but I know that he purifies the spirit. If he had been here, I wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. Is the guardian a demon like him or something else? Kaichi is the other only supernatural being I know, but he definitely isn't a guardian. We continue talking until night falls. Caveman shares more about himself, like how he wants to treat demons and villagers as equals, yet distances himself from the latter. And if he did engage with villagers, it was only to tell them off. That sounds familiar. He also said he never met someone as persistent as I am, since I was the only one who stuck around despite his warnings. By the way, how did you get past the investigators at the entrance? I took a detour using off-limit roads. You really are asking for trouble. Well, the worst thing that can happen to me is getting lost, but I have a map. Your people must be slacking off for missing a trespassing little girl. In that case, it might be safe to head out. Where are you going? None of your concern, you might as well head home. In reply, I say 3. Okay, save here. I want to go with you, man. Let me go with you. I don't want to be left alone. You don't even know where He looks at me reluctantly, scratching his head. Might be better than leaving you alone. I will lead you out the forest after I'm done. Alright. The area is surrounded by mist, which thickens as we walk further. A witch. I stick to him as close as possible so that I will not lose him. A hot spring? Oh no. Steam rises from the water and lingers in the air. This must be the source of the mist then. Caveman suddenly starts stripping. Caveman, what are you doing? I can't raise my body fully clothed. The fabric is in the way. That's not what I meant. Well, to be fair, I was the one who chose to follow you. Since we're already here, why don't you take a bath too? I profusely shake my head, my cheeks heating up. It's probably just the hot steam. Yeah, why not? There's nothing to worry about. Caveman gives you a look over from head to feet, then averts his eyes. There's nothing to see anyway. What an asshole. What do you mean? I even feel more flustered after his words. Turn away from him, then he unwraps the sash from his waist. Then something hits my shoulder and I grab it on instinct. Growing more flustered when I realized they were his clothes. Dude, that would be like sweaty and all that stuff. It smells. Keep those dry from me. I hear the sound of splashing water as you walk into the hot spring. Hearing the noises behind made me flinch. Yeah, what am I blushing for? I didn't even see anything. Maybe I should give him some privacy. I'm about to step away when I hear a sharp intake of breath. Worried if something happened, I turn around. My gaze immediately locked on his body when most of his wounds are already stopped bleeding, but I cannot tear my eyes away from the large scars running across his back. In a way, he almost looks vulnerable. My cheeks grow hotter. Caveman notices my stare and calls out to me. Did you decide to join after all? No. Can I wash your hair instead? Since I owe you one for saving me, I might as well repay a favor. He glances at me speechlessly, but then gestures to come. I fold his clothes neatly and put them down before approaching him nervously. I feel my heart beating faster even though I offered. I was not really prepared for this. I kneel by the edge of the spring as Zakon waves closer to me. Having never looked at him up close, I did not realize how handsome he is. What? You've been together this whole time? You're like, huh? Oh, I just noticed you look handsome. What? Are you fucking... This is like, what part are we in now? I wonder if it is okay to approach him like this. I reached out to take his hair in my hand. I used my fingers to comb through it, occasionally scooping water to rinse it. By the way, where are your horns? Wasn't there like a character portrait all throughout that you had horns, but now there are no more horns? What the fuck happened? Do they retract whenever you take a bath or something? What the fuck? Oh wait, is this the horn? No, it is not. It's just a shadow or a tree. Oh wait, maybe this is the horns. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look, but at the same time, kind of looks like it looks like it's part of the tree. But because it's very colored in that way, maybe that's the horns. I don't know. When I accidentally touches his skin, he moves away. Sorry, does it hurt? No, I just don't like being approached from behind. As you can tell from the scars, it never ends well. They are wounds that can't fully heal. After all, I'm not immortal. Most were left by demons, others humans. Yeah, it is the horns. I think. But it didn't really change size all that much, so maybe it's not horns. I don't know. I'm confused. Caveman averts his gaze and comes back to me and gently pat his head in an attempt to comfort him. I watch him loosen up. I am glad he's more relaxed now. When I comb his hair away from the right shoulder, my fingers accidentally brush over his scars. This time he stays put. I thought no human ever caught sight of you. What happened to them? I don't think any of them took me for the demon. But I had no other choice than to drive them away. I may even injure some of them. Do you hate me for it? Yes. I will forever hold a grudge. Well, no, I guess. My grandma used to make sure humans didn't survive when they stumbled into the forest. I'm still not convinced. In my realm, death is common, but I thought humans put more value to life. Why do you keep walking down this path? Well, you can't judge the ones who do. They always have a reason. If you're trying to change me away, you can't stop. You know, my impression of you hasn't changed since we first met. You saved me time and time again, even though you weren't fond of me. Your heart is good. I knew from those moments that you weren't the bloodthirsty demon everyone talks about. He remains quiet while I continue to rinse his hair. He doesn't really shine, but I think he does care about the villagers, or what the villagers think, sorry. If only they knew about his true nature. Well, you can't really just go up to them and say, hey, I'm the demon of the forest, wanna be friends? You can't just do that. For that reason, I avoid people. I feel more comfortable being near the forest anyway, and I could keep a close eye on the spirits. I just want to live in peace and stay out of the affairs going on out there. If they would only leave me alone. His last words became a whisper. I cannot see his expression, but his voice sounds so sad. I wonder if that is really what he wants. If he really did not care about his reputation, he would not bring all of this up. I traced his scars with my fingers. They do not look like simple stab wounds. He must have let his guard down to have taken such clear hits. Lost in my thoughts, I almost do not hear Caveman's next words. Thank you. The corners of my mouth curled up at hearing this. If you excuse me, I'm going out. Right. I turn away as he steps out. After he gets dressed, I notice all of his visible wounds have healed. I stare at his long hair and offer to braid it. I stand behind him and he sits on a rock. My fingers comb through the fine strands. Wonder if all demons have such beautiful features. This is demon propaganda. When it's full moon, this place turns to a healing spring. If you bathe together with a demon or another powerful species, it will heal even humans from minor injuries. Too bad I missed such a golden opportunity. Next time, maybe. Alright. That night, Caveman brings me home, saying that the streets were dangerous and that he wanted to assure my safety. Okay, what What's that thing? The bunny cat, we still have not answered the mystery yet. Oh, I wonder what's that about. Thank you for visiting me today. Oh my, it's the first time you thank me so openly. I'm speechless. Although you shouldn't come too often, without many people investigating the forest, you might get caught. Stay home, I'll visit you instead if necessary. My eyes widened at his words. Did I hear that right? Most spirits are active at night, so don't do stupid things, like that night you ran to the forest. I can't help it, evil things like those possessed people are attracted to me. If you need help, just call me by sending these spirits. Yeah, oh, it's those guys. He opens his clenched fist to reveal the two spirits from before, hovering over it. So they're like walkie-talkies, except, they have sentience or whatever. They fall towards me before disappearing into thin air. They are invisible, but they will be guarding you. I can't believe you're doing this much for me. Thank you, Caveman. It's nothing. He turns away and dashes off into the dark streets. The weekend passes by peacefully. I rush to school with one thing on my mind. Kaichi, once I find you, I'll beat you up. I assume the chances of bumping into him again are small because he is physically small. He must be aware that I am not in a good mood. I make my way to the elite class area anyway in hopes of getting a hint on how to find him. What the fuck? Hey, look, it's Hatsune Miko without the colored blue-green hair. On the way, I accidentally bumped into a girl heading in the same direction. Judging from her unusual uniform, she must be an elite student. I have never seen this person before, but she looks cute. Or maybe that's Ikuya's older sister, I don't know. I apologize quickly and continue to run. I notice the teacher go in for a lunch break. There he is. As if luck is at my side, I find Kaichi sitting in the classroom surrounded by a few other students and no teacher. Hey, you're not permitted to be here. Let's drag him out. I glance at him and walk in, ignoring his words. Grabbing his arm, I pull him up and drag him out with me forcefully. Hey, where are we going? We can't make a scene in front of these people. You sure got guts to show up at school after what happened last week. I'm an honor student, unlike those slackers I always attend. Don't think I'll easily forgive you for trying to hurt my friend twice. I pin him against the wall and look down at him with a devilish expression. What shall I do with naughty little boys? After aware that he is defenseless, he can only force an innocent smile. Beating up a student won't improve your reputation. I've knocked out a few first years before. What do I have to lose anyway? We're at school. I'm aware of that, but I saw your teacher going on for his lunch break. He won't be back for a while. What might be better, I can report you right to the police. There were more witnesses that day. I have a piece of information that might be interesting to you. Shall we make a truce? His eyes looking directly at me. I could tell it's not a lie. How? He sighs in relief after I loosen my grip. Crossing my arms, I wait for what he has to say. Alright, people keep going missing the past days. I was at your place on Friday and everything that happened that night was not my doing. Wait, what happened on Friday? I feel like I'm missing something. As if I'm going to listen to you. That forest demon was there. It would have been troublesome if he saw me. I believe he's referring to Caveman. Does that mean Caveman was watching us that night even when he was wounded? I stare at him for a while. He does not break into sweat. He must be telling the truth. Kaichi lowers his voice. Someone or something is taking people's souls. The body is left behind become living corpses. In other words, they turn into zombies. How is that even possible? There must be a way to put the soul back, right? Don't look at me, I'm not a necromancer. Even if the soul is returned when the heart is in no condition to beat again, it will remain dead. Dang, how are we supposed to catch such a twisted person? By the way, how many souls have you collected, and how many do you have left to collect? I only took 2 souls, and I still have to get the souls of you and your friend. Many were taken and turned into evil spirits. Once those souls are corrupted, it becomes harder for me to take them. Can't you change them back? I have only one job, which is collecting cursed souls, I don't have powers for anything else. That means there's a third party involved. You refer those souls as cursed. Why? You haven't told me how cursed souls differ from normal ones. Because it isn't something you should have. It goes against order. Demons are attracted to you. Only a Shinigami can purify your soul so you can live normally in your next life. Most of the cursed souls would willingly give up their current life because they couldn't tolerate demons that bothered them. There are some advantages of having this curse, like the inability of getting possessed, but I can't think of why anyone would want to stay cursed. I think it's more of a blessing rather than a curse not being tainted. So far, you're the only supernatural being that's attracted to me. Hachi rolls his eyes and let out a sigh. Anyway, just know that there are more deaths than I have taken lives. It really wasn't your doing. That was what I've been saying the whole time. Why would I take an extra 100 souls for no reason? Even so, you're still guilty. I won't let you get Ikuya and me. As if I'm going to listen to you. With a disapproving expression, I pinch his cheeks. Struggling in my grip, he tries to escape, but his efforts are useless. I will spill your identity if you don't stop the kidnapping. Like anyone would believe you. You never know what people will believe. I finally let him go and glare at him once again. He rubs his cheeks and turns away. You will regret this. I leave this area and head to my own classroom. Today we are getting our exam results back. There's nothing to worry about. I know I will pass like I always do. Travel, how much did you score? A decent 94% mark. I knew studying would help. Leoji looks away, flustered. I grab his score sheet to take a look. 70% isn't bad, though. So, where's your maid costume? I should have had an advantage. You must have cheated. I studied hard for this. Besides, you agreed to our bet. I take out a plastic bag from my backpack and hand it to Leoji. We were carrying the goddamn maid costume all this entire time? He looks confused at first, but then takes it. He gulps and admits his loss. I cannot wait to see him walking through school with that outfit. Leoji leaves to change. Well, at least he's very a willing participant. Ikuya taps on my shoulder and whispers, "What were you two exchanging?" I had a bet with Leoji about who'd scored the highest. This chick is wearing a maid costume at school. Oh my goodness, that's a sweet reward. Oh god damn it. What's wrong with the neighbor's dog outside? While we are chatting, the door of the classroom slowly slides open. Leoji stood there, seeming nonchalant. I nudged him to come closer so we can all have a better look. You look better than this than I thought. I'm glad I guessed the right size. Where did you even buy this? Ikuya, stop touching there. I'm trying to smooth out the pantyhose. At least wear it correctly. You look so fabulous. Now act like a maid. That wasn't part of the deal. At least have fun with this once-in-a-lifetime chance. Leoji lets out a deep sigh and bows before me. We have a lot of laughs and giggles before class starts. I explained to Mr. Blanchett about the outfit and he allowed it as a one-time exception for breaking the dress code. Oh shit, sorry about that. I have to edit here because I have to prepare for work now. So this is Dark Knights. If you want to try to get for yourself, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. If I were to believe what's his name? Kaichi's words about the demons attracted to my soul or whatever, then maybe that's one of the reasons why Caveman is really protective or whatever. But then again, if we go to Caveman's words where I'm a blessed soul or whatever, etc., it's like there are two conflicting sides. Kaichi's side and Caveman's side. What was Caveman's side? You're a holy, your soul is blessed or whatever, which attracts spirits or whatever, which is but then again it might explain why he does the protecting a lot, because of Kaichi's explanation of us being being attractive to demons. So maybe Caveman is just lying, or maybe very good at deception, or maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know. Let's see what happens.